So without further ado, I'm just gonna invite welcome our guest tonight. He goes by the name David. David, karibu sana, man.
David in the building.
Yeah, David in the building, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Got the juice.
I'm sure he's watching.
I know.
He's watching. Yeah, right there.
He's a father.
Yes.
And,
he's also yes.
He's done quite a lot.
Yeah.
For the gents. Also, and it's good to see fathers doing their own thing as fathers. Chasing their dreams, chasing their passions as fathers.
Yes.
Unajua kuna wengine tunapataga watoto tunadidimia. Maisha inapoa tu hivyo.
So David, just by virtue of introduction, just maybe to say hi to the audience and maybe just introduce yourself. Who's David, man?
Sinaga introduction.
No introduction.
I'm a free flower. My name is David Jora Mwangi Kamande. Call me any of those names, I will appreciate. I'm married to one wife.
There you go.
Of course.
Yeah.
And we are blessed with a lovely boy, a son who is now 16 months. So, I'm here in Australia with you, hustling.
Doing the journey together.
I work also in the health industry, support worker too, and I also serve in the community, the wider Kenyan community, as the men representative.
Yeah, all the men out there, man.
I also serve as the chairman for the Men Forum initiative that we started as a Kenya Community Victoria.
Oh man, so we have a powerhouse in the house, man. Without all those, he's still a very, a very good guy. I've interacted with David on occasions, and when you tell him let's do this, he actually comes and delivers, man. So David, for me, yes, we've been with this journey together. We started the journey together, and I think our sons are both 16 months old.
I remember when we were in the hospital. I remember when we just had Jason, my son.
Yeah.
Mulipitia hosi.
Yes.
As you guys were going to the maternity. That was crazy.
Funny story, man. He just got his baby. I think 2 days.
2 days.
2 days apart.
Because my son was born on Monday.
4th. Yes.
And your son was born on
the
Wednesday.
7th, on Wednesday.
Wednesday
night. Thursday, Wednesday night. Yes. Amazing. So with this journey, because there's always pre-departure for those who are traveling. For those who maybe are in somewhere else, there's that pre something, prenatal, pre something. So for your journey, maybe as a father, we want to trace it back, because I want us to try and see how that how that started. So when you were growing up, maybe we'll start there. How was your, how are you seeing the fatherhood? What was the picture you actually painted, and how was that picture looking for you when you're maybe in your teens, or when you started understanding, oh, this is my dad, this is my mom? How did that, go for you when you were small?
Well, I've had different experiences, Pete, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I've been raised in the village, and I've also been raised in Nairobi, Dandora.
Dandora, I love you.
Dandora na Kiambu.
Oh, wow.
Then I moved at a young age, lived in Dandora, and then we moved to Murang'a, the interior kabisa, and then we moved out, and then the latter stages of my life, as a young boy, as a teenager, I grew up in Kiambu. So parenting back then was different. For example, when we moved to the village, back to the village in Murang'a, mzee hakuwa. So father used to come.
That just
Easter.
comes. Oh, man.
The big days. Easter, Jamhuri, Christmas. And if there is something big like ng'ombe imekufa there's something going on kwa the clan, because we used to have a clan. Ile meeting ya clan. Uncles, aunties, whoever the clan, clan yetu tulikuwa tunakutana maybe once or twice a year. Maybe kuna mbuzi inachinjwa, kuna function ina happen kwa village, father angeitwa. So that's when he used to come.
Wow.
Yeah, and the entire time, maybe during the year, it's just mom and us in the farm, kila mahali.
Your day-to-day living.
The
dad was
you know
not
the
there.
setup. You know the setup in the village.
Yeah.
Shosho and Guka,
Yes.
they've built here.
They have a house and
your
then
uncle
parents.
is here.
Yes.
Your house is here, or your other uncle is here.
Yeah.
The uncles are never there. And my dad. Walienda Mombasa, Nairobi,
So to the towns, they've gone to the towns.
Yeah, they've gone to the urban towns.
Yes.
And then we are in the rural.
So in the village you're left with the mothers.
With the mothers and the aunties. So mtoto alikuwa wa jamii yote.
The society, because your auntie is raising you, your mom is raising you, your shosho is raising you.
Yeah, and they are also disciplining you.
Yes. Yes.
And your shows is also doing the same thing. So that's how we grew up. Me, I grew up knowing that mtoto ni wa shosho.
Oh wow.
Na ma auntie.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But for the dad,
for the father, you go out to look
actually the idea I had of a dad growing up was hata mimi nikipata wangu bora mama anawaangalia, wife awaangalie, nikatafute nilete.
That's a very good context, because we're gonna touch on that in a few.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just gonna tell you how my context was, because for me I was raised up in a town where now you're saying the fathers were going to look, but now mine was a bit different because my dad was more of a businessman. So he would go, maybe for me, I was brought up in Nakuru, and my mom was a teacher, very disciplinarian man. So, but my dad was never there. But the other part of, he used to come on weekends because he's always busy doing, hustling, doing what dads used to do, what we saw our dads doing in us growing up, because we saw our dads going out and the mothers were left in the house. Yeah. But not even saying that, for me, when I was in class 6, I was taken to boarding school. So for me, for boarding school, I've been in boarding school since class 6 to high school. Here's the catch. I was sent to boarding school. I don't see the dad, you before that I didn't see my dad often. But now I'm in a boarding school. How are you learning these things? Yeah. What is the image you're seeing? There's no image you're seeing of a father. Nothing. Yeah. And then just before I finished high school, here's the sad part. I lost my dad when I just finished high school. So my dad passed away after I finished high school. Man. So I didn't have anyone to look up to. Now you start, when you finish high school, that's when now you start realizing, mom, dad. So I started looking for other male figures where I can still learn. But also I was learning from my peers as well. So there was a bit of a gap there. But we're gonna touch on that a bit later.
Let me make one point.
Yeah.
Even though that we grew up in such environment where our dads were absent, most of the times, personally I don't have dad issues.
Yes, I also don't have daddy issues.
How that worked out, I don't know. But I've never had daddy issues. It's good to make that point.
Yeah, I think
even though my dad was absent, I never had any daddy issues. Because
they were not, it's not that they were absent, it's just that they used to go and then come back.
But that was the life.
Yes, and then when they come back, they're there and you can feel their presence.
And it was acceptable.
Yes.
It was acceptable back then that even if your dad is a stay-home dad, what went wrong with this guy, man?
Why is he at home?
What is he at home?
And just to give a disclaimer, this is our journeys. It's not, we're not professionals, and this is just our journeys, just sharing our journeys to actually becoming dads. So with that now looking forward now, coming to Australia and now, wanting to be a dad. Is it something you considered? Is it something now you sat down and said, or at what given time did you now say, I really want to be a father? Did you ever sit down and just say, I want to be a father? Did you have that desire?
I've always had that desire.
Yeah.
The issue was the time. When is the right time?
Yes.
And allow me to correct this for the record. Personally, I have this idea of there's a difference between being a father and being a dad. Personally, I've had a father.
Yes.
But not a dad. The experiences.
Yes.
Because being a father just basically means you can father anywhere or anyone. Okay? You have the ability. You carry the seed.
Yes.
It's like a cool baby. You carry the seed. Yeah? You carry the seed. Right?
Sips drink, yeah.
and that seed you carry, you can actually plant it anywhere.
Yes. But you're not present.
Yeah, but being present,
yes,
it takes somebody to be a dad.
And now just to point out, I think that's why we didn't have daddy issues. Because they did not only father, they actually followed up. They were actually present dads.
Yeah, because
when they were there, they were there.
Even my grandfather.
Yeah.
kuna time alifika mahali alikuwa anaishi Nairobi pia. You know, and my show was back in Geshagi.
Yes, in Murang'a.
And that time it was acceptable that mzee akitoka ameenda kutafuta. Right?
Yeah, because it's the
until
day.
When we started empowering the women and the girl child, and we started asking the women to come out, command big jobs, command big careers, be independent on all that. So ikaanza kushift. The balance ikaanza kushift.
Yes.
But back then it was mzee ni kutafuta. Mwanaume ni kujituma.
Yeah, he has to go out. Yeah.
Our dads, my father then, alikuwa ametoka kujituma for all good reasons.
Yeah.
Probably in his own way, angesema I would have loved to be there, but I had to. And this is why back then, and I'm sure we'll come to that, kama kwetu we are 6 of us.
Yeah.
I have 6 siblings, right?
Yeah.
Now hakuwa ina issue ya kuturaise.
No.
Nowadays, aka kamoja.
Yeah, I know. No, we're coming there.
So, and we went to uni and we did all that. Anyway, coming to your question. When I moved to Australia a couple of years back, of course you're in a new land, parenting is different, you need to pick on a culture shock mbaya sana. I mean, seeing how people are raising their kids, like especially the Mzungus, and then Kenyans. When nilikuta hapa, nika-engage nao na wako na watoto. Seeing them, how they were raising their kids, I was like,
is this what
we come here and get brainwashed or something? Because me najua venye mtu yeye anafaa kulelewa, najua kitu.
You know, the way you saw, because that's what you saw.
Yeah, I never understood that. Mtoto hapa ni priority bana. Anything hapa, anything and everything ni mtoto. Your life stops the moment you have a kid. Life literally stops. When I came here, it's like I had this culture shock, and at the same time I had this change of mindset. All of a sudden.
Okay. Because you're saying it's a bit of a hassle bringing up a kid.
Yeah, because me, I used to see like, in terms of hygiene, in terms of checking your child's milestones.
Yes.
In terms of immunizations, in terms of health ya mtoto.
Yeah.
In terms of social life ya mtoto.
Yeah.
Man, nikasema this is too much.
And just to bring context, we're actually comparing with how we saw it being done.
Because I never experienced
from Africa.
Exactly.
So it's what we saw, and now we're coming to see another different sides. And most in this video, you realize we're comparing between where we're from. That's our African background, more specifically in Kenya. But most immigrants will actually relate, because when you bringing up your kid and when we were being brought up, you'll realize the aunties were there, our neighbors. Maybe you could leave your kid with your neighbor. You could go, okay, I'm going to town. Your mom could say, I'm going to town, and then go to the next, go to your neighbor and stay there. And they were safe to do that.
Hata kukula ulikuwa unakula kwa neighbor. Although saa zingine ulikuwa unapigwa. Kwa nini umekula kwa wenyewe?
But the first part will come to that now, where we'll be talking about now the parenting side.
Yeah.
But now I want us to touch on a very specific side. Now the desire. Before your mindset was changed, maybe did you want to become a father? Not really that time, but did you have that desire maybe when
I always wanted to be a father. Reason number one, I love soccer. I play soccer. My whole life, I love soccer. And I used to watch soccer on TV, people holding their kids. And I'll be like,
that's me one day.
Mimi ndio natoka kwa tunnel na kijana yangu. Bado sasa hata tunnel sijaiona. But my desire was driven by kitu nilikuwa napenda, passion fulani. Nasema naweza taka kuwa na mtoto wangu, nafanya ka video vlog pale. Naonaga tu video on social media, watu wanafanya vitu na watoto wao. Vitu na couples. Unafanya kitu na mtoi. I used to love that, unaona. And then kupata mtoi hata kama ni hapa ama home. It used to change your status as a man. Unajua? Mtu hata anaweza kuja kuombe ka advice. And then unafika mahali unasema sitaki kuitwa kijana saa yote. No, I want to have something of my own. But my family, they never pressured me into getting married or into getting a child. Like my mom utaniita shosho lini, itaitwa shosho lini, utaniletea kijana lini. Babangu, they never had that. They were just like, take your time to know her.
Amazing.
Always. That's the best advice my father has ever given. And take your time to know her.
And now
and I took time.
And now when you go to Australia, now seeing what you saw,
did
that now delay for you to get a child?
Yes. Yes. Nianza kufikiria wapi nilipotezwa na advice za watu.
Do you think if you're in Kenya would you have gotten a kid earlier than now you've gotten a kid?
Yeah, I've gotten a kid.
Yeah.
Ningekuwa nimewapanga kama stairs huko ni Kenya. Ningekuwa nimewapanga kama stairs hapo. Na bado niko fit. Napiga sherehe.
Because now you're going with the model of leaving the kids with the wife
and the aunties, yes.
And then you go out to look for the provision.
Unaanza mtoi hapo kwa plot, ni plot 10. Plot 10 kila mtu akona watoto hapo.
Oh, I'm coming.
I was raised in plot 10 na tulikuwa tunatoka tu after breakfast. Tunapigania kutoka kwa gate. Tutapatana tena jioni kukuja kuoga. Sasa hapa even my neighbor sijui watoto wake hata sisi kwa majina zake. Nasikia wakilia. Kaka kidogo naona anaongeza kengine. So there's nothing like
you don't see the image of parenting it's not clear unless you're very intentional to go to people's houses and seeing how they're raising the kids. You never saw how people are raising the kids in this new country.
Yeah, never. Hawezi wana mtu akidiscipline mtoto wake, akimchuna ama akifanya nini. You just see kids wame pop up. Ama unaona tu wame grow up tu. Unaona?
Wow.
Cause the way system imesetiwa hapa, mtoi si wa community.
Yes.
Mtoi ni wako na gava.
People live in a very nucleus.
Hapa ni mtoi ni wako na gava.
Yeah. And your wife.
Either ule mtoto venye policies zinasema hapa na standard ama gava itakulelea huyo mtoto. Two things.
Now before we get there, so now coming to now the main thing, getting pregnant now with your partner, with your wife. Is it something you planned for or was that not planned for? Because I want people to understand, you can plan for pregnancy or it can just happen.
Oh yeah.
So did you plan for it
and
were you ready for that?
Mtoto wangu si oops baby.
Okay. So you plan for your baby. So you are ready for your baby.
We got to a point we said we are married. Na tulikuwa tumeset goals tukasema after marriage let's have 1 year of honeymoon or 2 years, and of course we went into COVID.
Yeah.
So a little bit of some goals to change some goals here and there, our
just to fit
goals, our short-term goals. Na tukasema you know what, bringing toys out and your COVID is really tricky.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
But after the COVID, that's where to go.
So how do you think it's important for people to plan their pregnancy?
Yeah. Hapa.
Yes. We talk now in Australia
Hapa.
Now. Yes.
Hapa lazima upige hesabu.
Give them some few tips and reasons why you need to plan.
You need to plan because first and foremost, tukiwa nyumbani tunasemaga mtoto anakuja na sahani yake.
Yeah.
Hapa Australia mtoto anakujaga na shopping yake, anakujaga na account yake, you know, anakuja na everything yenye wewe uko nayo, bedroom yake. For example, I mean when I got married or when I married my wife, we were living in a 1-bedroom house. Okay?
Yeah.
Immediately aliniambia I'm pregnant. Nilimwambia anza kutafuta nyumba. Na sisi tunapata twin.
Yeah.
Unajua tunapata kamoja.
Yeah.
But we had to look for a 3-bedroom, not even a 2-bedroom house. A 3-bedroom.
From a 1-bedroom to a 3-bedroom house.
Yes. Ask me why. Wow. Mtoto lazima akuwe na room yake.
Yes.
Hiyo ni ya kulala, si ya kucheza.
Yes.
Hiyo ni ya kulala. Hii spare bedroom, it's either for mgeni, guest,
or even your mom,
or even mzazi ukileta, or family member to come, ama mtu na host, ama you can convert it to an office.
Yes.
If you're working from home.
Yes.
Or you can convert it into a playroom for that kid. Okay. And I'll tell you, wakati tulienda kuona maternal nurse.
Yes.
Alisema I would like to come and visit your house. Nipe address kufulani na akapiga simu akasema mko nyumbani. Nakuja. Na akasema twende upstairs nikaone room ya mtoto. Mahali nilikuwa nimeweka baby cot na mtoto hajafika.
Yes.
Mahali nilikuwa nimeweka baby cot.
This is before.
Yeah. If you check my YouTube channel.
So we're going to talk that at the back.
Kuna video nilifanya because I'm a dad and I'm also in the
content
creation. Yeah. So nilikuwa nimeweka kapicha hapo karibu na cot kwa wall. Alikuja akaniambia toa hii. Kamuza why? Hii inaweza angukia mtoto.
It's not safe.
I'm like mtoto kandani ya cot. Hii kianguka itaanguka huko nyuma. You know? nikaambia hiyo hauwezi. Akasema fine, nikatoa. Akaniambia socket ziko wapi? Nikamwambia unaona penye cord iko karibu na wall? Ukiwatch hiyo video utaona. Socket ilikuwa huko chini. Iko chini socket. Ile
socket, power socket,
Niliambiwa bed hizi kwa karibu na socket.
So you have to take it off or you have to move the bed.
Change bed ikuwe mahali hakuna anything yenye ni inaweza nini hazard.
And now that's a very good point before now we go to when the baby was born and how the parenting is going. When you're growing up, you and my brothers and your brothers, and did you share a room? And how was that anyway? Was there any preparation even before the baby comes?
Kabodeka kikojoa juu mnashare.
So this is a very big contrast, right? Two worlds.
Bro mdogo akikojoa huko juu.
And do we have maternal nurses? I don't know. I might be wrong. Someone can correct me on the comments. Do you have people coming to visit the homes before the baby is born anyway in Kenya or in Africa or anywhere?
I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure, but I never saw that happening.
That out.
Yeah, but I never saw that happening.
But 90% no.
But now I'll big up my one of my close friend, the Mothership KE. She's actually started a maternal nurse classes, pre and post. Give big up to yourself, Mothership KE, Shishi. Yeah. So if you're in Kenya and you're wondering what we're talking about, maternal nurses, how to breastfeed, all this, you can actually go and check her out. She's the Mothership. She even trains you and teaches you so many things. Anyway, that was besides the point. So now, the appointments before the baby comes. How was that for you?
Kuna kitu sijamalizia kwa hiyo swali
yes.
Kama lazima uplan.
Yes.
When you got pregnant, I'm sit a rush, but I'll just highlight.
Yes.
When we got pregnant, the first thing we did, lazima uwe na medical insurance.
That's a good point. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Here in Australia kuna ile inaitwa Medicare. Hiyo ni kama NHIF.
Yes, it's actually NHIF.
NHIF.
It's a government
but it's a very good
it's
a very good system.
Yes.
That works here in Australia. Very dependable. If you're on a temporary visa, if you're a student ama hujapata makaratasi yako, you need to have private insurance.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that this private
health insurance covers pregnancy.
Covers insurance and kitu sijaisikia kwa maisha yangu, pregnancy management. Mshino una manage pregnancy ya nini? I can easily manage that. Kula, kunywa vizuri, kulala, kutembea, bibi atakuwa sawa. Wapi? So, pregnancy management.
Oh my God. Yes.
Hata sijaisikia kuna
huu. Your first time dads anyway. First time dads.
You have to go and see a
obstetrician.
Obstetrician. So mimi nilipata obstetrician ni gyna na bado ni obstetrician.
Yeah, that's what they actually practice both.
Ask me what's an obstetrician, nakwambia huyo mtu ana study ku observe watu or something. Anyway, you need to na huyo kama sisi I think we paid about
it's about $5,000.
$3,500.
About $3,000. If you're starting from the start, they charge $5,000. But they subsidize according to how the ages of your pregnancy. Maybe 6 months in, whatever. So you actually have to negotiate or talk to them so that you get actually a subsidized fee.
Exactly.
They charge $5,000.
So, wife ameniambia kona ball. Ame test. Lazima ufanye test sasa ya
the hospital test.
Blood test.
Yes.
Tukaenda kwa GP. GP lazima ulipe.
Yes.
Consultation fee. GP ndio anakuandikia letter. Sasa kwenda kuona obstetrician mwenye ata manage pregnancy yako
until delivery.
And 6 weeks later after delivery 6 weeks later after delivery atakuwa naye and then kuachia midwives. Now, hawa jamaa wote ni pesa.
Of course.
Unaona? So tukaenda tukapata GP akatupatia barua. Tukabook appointment na obstetrician. Obstetrician akahappen kuandie gyna, which is naweza ambia wasi wenye wana plan, tafuta mse mwenye ni both.
Ni both, yes.
Usitafute gyna na utafute obstetrician. Tafuta mtu mwenye na practice both. Na be careful sana kwa sababu ya consent. Consent is very important. If you want a lady or if you're okay with the male. Ndio pale mwisho usianze kuja kusema harassment and all that. Huyu specialist ukishamuona mara ya kwanza. It's a lot of money. It's about $270 appointment ya kwanza. Now throughout the pregnancy throughout the pregnancy utakuwa unalipa consultation fees
every time you're visiting. Yes,
it is about $70 per visit.
Yes,
throughout the pregnancy, alafu una claim kwa insurance yako.
And with these consultations, and when you're going to see this gynecologist or obstetrician, what are they doing so people can know
what they do is they run ultrasounds.
Yes.
So
they check the baby's fine.
Unaona mtoto kwa screen venye anacheza, heartbeat, venye ana develop every time uko na appointment wanaona ametoa tu mkono, ametoa nini, mpaka unaonyeshwa scan ya 3D, unaweza ambiwa sasa huu ni msichana, huu ni kijana, viungo ndio hivi.
That's why we have gender reveals.
Viungo ziko hivi.
Because they can see, they can know,
And anaweza kuambia kama mtoto amekaa poa ama hajakaa poa.
You
know, every time ukienda pale, your appointment they check for thorough 101%.
So how now after all this, going through the journey with your wife, you know, and going through all these appointments and seeing how this journey is, how did that make you feel as a man? Because remember, you're actually coming from somewhere you saw an image, but now this is reality. How did that make you feel?
Accomplished. And then you feel, now this is what it means to have a baby.
So now you
I felt like I was pregnant also.
Exactly. You're both in that journey.
I mean, like, whatever my wife was going through, I was going through it. Secondly, one of my pastor friends, mwenye tuliambia tuna expect mtoto alituombea besti ya madhe, akaniambia kutoka leo bibi yako asiingie kitchen. Hakuna venye anaweza baba huyo uzito wote. And you're still there crossing your legs watching soccer and unasema niweke maji,
playing some video games.
Do you know for 9 months and even 6 months after mtoto kuzaliwa, mimi nilikuwa napika.
And remember,
niliambia wife, wewe beba tu mtoto, make sure ako safe juu hii safari sijaona kitu kama hii.
And remember, you're coming from seeing a dad who goes out. And now you have to go out and you have to come. What did that do to you?
Kwa nafikiria nena nipige shift nikute bibi, alafu niende ingine, alafu nipotee siku zingine kaa 2 ati unajua niko na shift zinashikana hivi, tutaonana kesho kutwa. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
You have to be present.
I was there.
And you have to provide.
Na hakuna neighbor nilipigia simu niangalilia wife. Na hakuna best nilipigia simu kumwambia enda home anze unipelekea wife clinic, niko job.
And how did you manage to provide as well? Because this is what I want people to understand, because we look at provision as only material, but now you have to also provide a safe space for your wife. How did you do it?
Apita nikwambie kitu. The first trimester, right? Because ni tatu, the first trimester hakuna kitu nilifanya. In fact nikaa nilikuwa jobless. So hapo unakula savings. Na ukumbuke mtoto ako na budget ya like $10,000 or $12,000 umeset aside ya pregnancy na kuzaliwa. And you have to buy things. Now you can't just buy things from any shop. There are specific baby shops, online or physical stores. You need to go and buy specific baby stuff. And this is your first baby, so you want things to be perfect. So
how did you do it?
Hiyo first trimester we managed with our savings. Okay? Na budget yenye tulikuwa tumeset ya mtoto. Ndio tulikuwa tunajua kuna time wifi hizi enda job.
Of course.
Utapika, morning sicknesses, ukiadjust to the pregnancy, right? So after the 3 months wife aliweza kwenda job. Okay?
So it got easier.
So akaanza kwenda job until she was 8 months huko akielekea 9 months. Right? So after hapo unaona at least tulikuwa tunaenda job. Life was just normal because sababu hiyo at that time you can enjoy eating any food. You know, getting nauseated because of some certain smells that, you know, hizo vitu zote zinakujaga na pregnancy. So at least we gathered some money tukajituma ma shift. So what happened was,
so now you save
my wife was working normal hours. I was working the extra hours. So I would come work, and then I looked for a second job and even a third job. I looked for a second job and a third job. So what I was doing is we cut short our spendings, going out,
So we live on a lean budget.
We focused on raising some money because I knew that akipata mtoto atakuwa probably 1 year maternity,
6 months plus.
6 months plus at least.
Yeah.
Na mimi ningekuwa on and off.
Yeah.
And I needed a break also. After tumepata mtoto for that bonding and all those things. So we managed to raise some money from there.
So for people who are watching, it's good to work with a budget and aim to save enough before the baby comes.
It will never be enough.
Yeah,
it's not.
But
enough.
Just enough to
you
carry
need to have
you through those 6 months.
Sustainable.
Yes.
To carry you for hiyo time ya kuanza. Unaona?
That's a good point.
And another important thing.
Yeah.
If you're employed casual, on a casual basis, it's a bit risky if both of you mko casual.
Yes.
One of you need to be permanent, especially the missus.
Yes.
So
that she gets
permanent. So that akienda maternity, bado kuna kakitu kanaingia. Unaona? Juu unajua casual unajua venye
casual you never get paid for you.
Casual unalipagwa Kenya una.
Yes, what you work for.
You write your own paycheck.
Yes.
Every fortnight you write your own paycheck. Either kubwa ama ndogo. But when one of you is permanent, on a permanent job somewhere, it's better hata ukichukua ile leave itakuwa free. Even hata mnaweza kuwa pamoja nyinyi wote wawili. So it's very important when you're planning for pregnancy ukuwe umesecure job mahali, employment mahali that kuna continuity after umeenda hata maternity leave. Unaona? So hapa kusave ni ile inaanzaga pale mnasema okay, let's try now for a baby.
Okay.
Wacha tu try tuna save. Unaona? So kuna pesa tu mneka tu pole pesa za
kusimamia.
Yeah, alafu kuna insurance. Insurance ili to save big deal.
Yeah.
Julikuwa unaenda hosi, unalipa, alafu unakuja una claim. Na kuclaim hapo unalipa go after 2 days. Pesa yako imerudi. Unaona? So ukiclaim usitumie hiyo do. Rudisha pale kwa mtoto. Kwa ile saving ya mtoto ile una claim. So tulisema do yote yenye ina involve pregnancy iko hapa. Tukiclaim back inarudi hapo, inalipa the next appointment, inalipa the next blood test, inalipa the next test.
So the question I have, follow-up question before now we come to now receiving the baby and taking the baby home. Is there something you did before maybe to educate yourself about what was coming? What was the journey? What did you do now to prepare yourself for that stage which you've just finished?
Well, the system here, I don't know if everywhere.
Yeah.
But my experience was our specialist, our obstetrician, gave us a module to do.
Yes.
There's a module, una study.
Yeah, you have to study
pregnancy.
Yeah.
So this module, ime subdivided into 3 categories per the trimester.
Yes.
So tulikuwa tuna study.
So what to expect?
What to expect in the trimester.
Yes.
Mood swings, how to manage mood swings. How to manage these health conditions, how to manage your weight, how to manage your diet during pregnancy, and all these things, exercise, what to do, what not to do, who to call, all these things that we needed to do. The very first thing we did was to have Down syndrome check. The reason being, after a certain age, umepita a certain age, I think 25, you need to have a Down syndrome and autism check.
Yeah.
So that kama mtoi wako wakiangalia wale kuna history ya those things, watajua kumanage the pregnancy from the word go.
Yeah.
Unaona? Watakuwa wamekuongelesha na kwambia mtoto wako atakuwa na autism ama atakuwa na Down syndrome ama atakuwa na diabetes ama atakuwa na kitu kama hiyo. So tulipimwa diabetes, Down syndrome, autism. That was very scary considering that nimewaka kwa industry yenyewe.
You've seen.
Yeah, so even when after nilipatiwa mtoi nilikuwa na mondi, hata sasa ina mondi taka tu hivi na behavior fulani naanza kutetemeka na piga simu. Dietitian ananiambia usiworry, ako sawa.
So did you surround yourself with other men who've gone through the journey to learn and get some insights now before you received your baby?
At that stage during the pregnancy, of course we had you guys who were going pregnancy through the same time. We had akina Aizo, we had akina Malcolm.
So surround yourself with people who are going through the same thing.
It's like God, hii kitu ilikam, God akasema hautaenda peke yako, mabesti yako pia. Mutaenda hii kitu pamoja. And I remember we used to catch up,
and most of the wives, they actually even
Walibond.
And they used to share, this is happening, this is happening. So they used to educate each other. But I feel for us, we talk to older men as well. For me, I found myself, I could relate maybe to my brother-in-law who was 9-year-old. You ask those questions, or even other older men who have actually.
I used to. Kama mimi maboys wenye nachezaga nao ball.
Yes.
Nilikuwa nabonga nao na hey, how do you do
so
this?
So do that, man. Yeah.
Venye tulikuwa sisi tulikuwa tuna catch up sometimes. I don't know, even kuna time tulienda maboys wote. I think you missed. Tulienda camping.
Yes.
Tulienda camping mahali for like 4 days. Maze kuwind up tu ile tu, yani ball imenikimbiza sijui nini. So it's good to have that support ya mwanaume. And I'm going to tell you something that I found very important in the pregnancy journey. Do not detach yourself from your wife's experience ya pregnancy. Ukiacha bibi yako go through pregnancy alone, hautakuwa mpaka na connection na mtoto.
That's powerful.
Hautakuwa na connection.
That's powerful.
Na nililearn usianze kusema nataka kijana ama nataka msichana. Mimi nilikuwa nasema nikipata kadem for a first, nasikia kidem, kipata dem for a first born, nyumba inakuwa stable. No. Huo mtoto already umemdizone.
Yeah.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Umemkataa hata before azaliwe. Hiyo connection imekata. So kama mtoto anakam, ukijua agenda, shukuru Mungu for whoever unapata, kijana ama msichana, and try to find connection with it. You know why? Scientifically, hata dokia lituambia, it's proven that Kenya muna consume during pregnancy ndio mtoi ana consume. Wife kama anakunywa, mtoi atapata a share of that alcohol. Na ita affect development. So ufai kukunywa, ufai kuvuta sigara or drugs, hata painkiller unavunja unakunywa kahawa kama unaumwa na kichwa, ama unaambiwa kunywa maji ya molani. Unaambiwa mpaka uavoid madawa mpaka trimester ya kwanza ipite.
And also
those are normal, those are normal things happen. Secondly, pregnancy for me unlocked a different level of patience. Sijai kuwa nayo and understanding as a man. Unasikia tu bibi amekusinya alafu unasema ni mimba. Unasikia tu saa nyingine unasikia tu
you're giving more grace.
Unasikia tu ku blow up. Unapigia best yako anambia hiki kidemu. Huyu mwanamke. Unaanza kumtafutia mpaka majina. But if ukiwa na hiyo level of understanding that ni change anapitia na amejicommit, amejinyima usichana wake akupee mtoto. Unajua mara mob men nothing, hakuna kitu.
We're not carrying anything.
The only thing I lost or the only thing I gave out was sperm. Unaona? So that was the only change. So mi bado nitaendelea gym, nitaendelea exercise, nitaendelea kujiangalia vizuri, kuvaa marashi nini. Wife hata angejispray for 9 months. Akijispray kidogo ama asikia harufu ya spray, ametapika. Ama ameumwa na kichwa, ama amekuwa moody. So lazima uwalk na wife yako from the word go. Na what changes everything is the moment she breaks the news. I'll tell you what, hata kama umeolewa, wanaume wanakuaga na uoga niko na mimba. Hata kama umeolewa, bibi yako na mlikuwa mmesema mmeagree mna try, akwambia this is it, I'm pregnant. Mimi nilisema acha twende tupime tena. Kuna kauoga kana kujaga kwa mwanaume. But for you to overcome that fear, to overcome that barrier, you have to connect yourself. You have to walk the journey together. Ambia bibi yako, you're going to do this together.
Words of affirmation.
Why? Words of affirmation.
Keep affirming.
You know, keep reminding her that
we are in this together.
Yeah, we're in this together. It's gonna be okay. Baby is fine. After this, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Because atakuwa na changes mob after kuzaa. So nimeongezeka sijui wapi. Mkono hapa sijui imeenda aje, nimekuwa chubby. Angalia photo zake before pregnancy and after pregnancy. hata I think no wonder wanaendaga photoshoot. You know, akiangalia photoshoot alafu all those things you need to stay positive.
And you need to be there. You need to be there for your wife.
Sasa umenona akakatoi au ni kijana anafanya unone hivi. Wewe joke hivyo, lakini the moment umeanza kusema umenona, anaanza kusema man. Powerful, how can I shake off this? So connect yourself na bibi yako, encourage her, support her, but most importantly ile saving nilikwambia lazima uplan hapa Australia. It goes a long way. Kadi ikuwe ready. Kwa na ka pocket mahali mmeweka vitu. Mimi tulikuwa na kamvuko hata sahi kako Kenya kako na all those paperwork na receipt na kadi za hosi. Unachomwa tu mahali unamwambia insurance itakava twende. Niko na ido twende. Unaona? Ati akipata kitu haumwambii ngoja manze nipate tufanye hivi, ama ngoja niitishe best yangu nione kama atakam through ndio twende appointment. You need to plan.
As a man,
you need to plan. Na hata kama hauna, the best thing about here in Australia is that unaenda ingia hosi useme hauna, we will follow up the invoice ukipata do. Hakuna mahali utaenda ufungiwe huwezi kutreat juu hauna. They will, but it is important kupanga. Usiweke msichana mimba alafu hujajipanga, haujui mnaenda wapi ama mtaanzia wapi. Itakuwa imewa mess the whole pregnancy. Utakuwa up and down. Una balance job, unashindwa ni job, utafute do ama ukae home na wife. Na hakuna kitu mbaya kama kukaa tu home na wife anasema mtoto anasikia kushikashikwa. Yaani unajina tu hapo na mshika tu nywele, tumbo, mtoto atinishike mguu, ni massage vidole. Hizo vitu zote ni annoying kwa mwanaume. But ukizikubali kuzifanya, you become this man, you become now a dad. You start becoming a dad because umejiconnect na mtoto.
And the wife too.
Hata saa zingine nilikuwa nakuja naekelea mkono yangu kwa tumbo ya wife. Naona mtoto amefanya hivi na mguu amenigonga. Ama nikikuja home,
the baby start jumping.
The baby anaanza kuplay. Na the whole day wife ameshinda kisikia vibaya. Nikifika tu home ananiambia kai mtoto yeye anakika hata naumia. I think amekusikia. You connect yourself. Na kitu kingine pia tuliambiwa ni when I said whatever you consume, the baby also consumes. Not only whatever you eat or you drink,
even
visually. Unaona? Na moods pia. Kama wife aliambiwa usikuwe na room ya kujam, aggression or anything. Jumtoi hata hizi vitu zote ndio una communicate ya mtoi. Unaona? Try and stay happy. It's hard. But try and stay positive. So hata ningekuja home niseme hata ngondo hiki kombe uwezi onda, siku anazusha kwa tu nakuja naondoa kikombe, you've been well. June ulikuwa unajua is for some time and then we will reset back to where we used to be. Roles zita reset. So me I used to come, I used to cook, na pack, nazipack vizuri. Kama ni za siku 2 ama siku 3 unaweka kwa freezer, unaweka tu matunda unatupack pale, unaweka tu vitu twenyu. So the only thing unaweza tengeneza tu ni kachai, kitu fresh, ka sandwich, kitu kama. Ama saa zingine unakuwa na cheat day, unaambia wife twende tukakule out. Sort of those things zilikuwa zinaniondolea stress. Na sikuwa na feel ati nimedegrade the man ati sasa mimi ni mwanaume kwa kitchen.
Did that make you less of a man?
No. Entirely not, because nimekuwa pia an experience ya babanga period where my mom was not there. Because walikuwa na indifferences zao wakasplit. So there was a time pia father alikuwa ni yeye madhe.
So he used to take those jobs.
There was a time my dad was my mom and my dad. And there was a time my mom was my dad.
So aliplay
role ya mzae. Na kuna time pia mzae aliplay role ya madhe.
So for you, is there defined roles of wife and husband, especially for bringing up kids?
Ni culture.
So culture is the one which is defining
culture. Culture ndio you play a big role. It's not like it plays with our minds. It plays a big role, especially where you come from. You and I, better kwa community yenye tunakuja where we come from. Where we come from, unaambiwa a woman's place is here and there. Is in the kitchen and giving birth and raising those kids and make sure that they are clean. Make sure that the money I give you spend on the kids for 1, 2, 3 things. And my role as a man is to build a house for you, provide clothing for you, provide food, and then to go out there, do my own thing, be myself, you know, bring these connections for the family, bring honor to the family, you know, and look after you guys. But the woman ends up with the kids. Yeah, atawapeleka first day of school.
Ndio utafanya kila kitu.
Hata ukiangalia YouTube saa zingine funny videos unasikiaga randomly couples zimesimamishwa kwa street. Wanauliza madhe na father, how well do you know your daughter ama your child? Who's the GP for your child? Mzazi anaanza kusema, naitwa nani by the way? Madhe wanakuwa wanajua.
Yeah, they know everything, right?
You know, first day of school mzazi alikuwa job. Mjengo. Ako construction. Unaona? Madhe ni alipeleka mtoi first day of school, first day of kinder, first day of daycare. Ni madhe.
But we changing that.
We are changing,
especially in this context.
I was talking to my friends back home when wako na watoto pia. Maybe tuko chuo pamoja, tuko mtaani pamoja. The parenting it's a different thing. The only time they get to spend time with their kids ni weekend. Napeleka watoto wangu kwa nyama choma. Niwapeleka ocha. Niwapeleka ila ocha ingine. Tumeenda ka drive. Hakuna mahali unasikia tumeenda ka staycation. Hakuna mahali utasikia utasikia tumeenda Luna Park. Tumeenda sijui wapi, Uhuru Park. Tumeshinda tuko tumerudi. Unaona? But here utasikia unasema I'm taking my wife for a trip na watoto. Shule zikifungwa tu hivi umebook kwenda mahali. Weekdays watoto wakifunga shule, sijui wanaenda swimming, sijui wanaenda basketball.
They have activities. Not even after school.
Yeah.
They have soccer, they have all these things.
And then unasikia Saturday morning ako na soccer, after soccer sijui tuko na nini, Sunday tuko na church. Yaani mtoi yako busy. Hizo vitu hazi happen.
But that's the next stage. So for now guys, that's just the tip of this discussion. This is the tip of the discussion. So our part 2 will be now the baby coming and how we've been able to raise the kid. But now we just want to say, guys, it's doable. Be part of that journey. Be part of that pregnancy. It's not easy for them because they are going through changes, hormonal changes, body change. Everything is changing. And for us as well as men, we're changing as well because we're becoming more patient. We're becoming more, involved, especially. For me, through this journey, and especially in this country, you have to go for those appointments. You see, you touch the baby, you see your baby, you start getting connected. Yeah. So men out there, it's doable. If in this country and you're thinking, oh my God, do I go for it, man? We're saying go for it, plan it, get ready. Even if it comes, it's not planned, you can do it.
Most of the time watu wanapataga watoi kama hawajaplan.
Yeah, it's doable, most
cases.
Yeah, it's doable.
So, isikami kushake.
Yeah.
Shake off.
Yeah.
Tafuta wase tutafute.
Yeah.
We are there.
Yeah.
We are going through it. We are still learning.
Yes.
I'm not a specialist at it.
We are
professional
not.
advice.
No. It's through the journey that we've been through. So, guys, that's the end of our part 1, the pregnancy journey and the start of this beautiful journey. On our part 2, we're gonna discuss about now when the baby gets home. We're gonna talk about all that. But thank you guys so much for watching. We've been with David Kamande, and you're gonna see us on the next one. Thanks so much, David.
Sandy Zana for having me.
Awesome, guys. Part 2 coming.
Part 2 lazima ikam. Do appreciate.